I'm Sue Brownlow and I'm the Director of the Combined Universities in Cornwall, CUC. CUC is a partnership of higher education institutions, universities and colleges, 6 in total, who came together 11 years ago to grow and develop university level education in Cornwall. The key benefits of having higher education available in Cornwall, I think, essentially are 2. Firstly, we offer locally available education to students from Cornwall who for whatever reason might not be able to travel to a university up country, for example mature students who've got family commitments or work commitments down here. And secondly, we're able to bring people into the county to study at higher education and researchers and academics who then contribute to the economy of the county. Cornwall's changed a lot in the last 11 years. We wouldn't begin to claim that that was all because of CUC, but we think we've made a contribution in a couple of areas in particular where we know from national data. For example, there was a big drain of loss of young people from the county before the CUC initiative. Young people in their late teens, early 20s typically went away from the county, left and didn't come back for a long time. And that is a drag on your economy, and it's a problem for businesses wanting to recruit. So we know that data's changed. CUC, we believe, has been one of the big influences of turning that round. I think the other big difference is on the level of business innovation in the county. Businesses doing new things to drive their profitability. There was a very recent survey done of areas in the UK who have the new local enterprise partnerships, and a bunch of researchers looked at all of the data across all of those local enterprise partnerships, and a really interesting statistic from that was that there were 27 areas in total, and of all of them Cornwall was the one whose levels of innovation in business had grown the fastest over the time of that survey, over the 2000s. So I think that really shows that we are making a difference. There's no doubt that those businesses in the county who have the experience of employing graduates, and many do through the Unlocking Cornish Potential scheme, which helps to place graduates in business, there's no doubt that those businesses find ways of doing things differently, of increasing their profits, for example, doing e-marketing in a way that they couldn't have done before, or introducing new technologies or new business processes. It's bottom line benefit, simple as that. I think anyone who's thinking about whether to study HE in Cornwall or somewhere else, the best advice I could give them would be look at what's on offer, look at the quality of what's on offer, look at the quality of the experience that you will have if you study here, and have it very firmly on the list. It's not right for everyone. It's quite right that some of our young people from Cornwall will go elsewhere to study. That's the best option for them. It's also, though, right that people from outside of the county will look at what we've got on offer in Cornwall, for example, in the environment, in some of the arts subjects, in some of the specialist provision at the colleges, in the medical school, and say, yeah, that's as good as I'm going to get anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. That's why I want to come and study there. The issue of student fees and the changes governments are making to student fees is obviously a big one for anyone in the next few years taking a decision to enter higher education. Clearly everyone's well aware that the costs are going to be higher. I think the main message has to be look at the facts, look at the schemes of support that are in place, and what the funding arrangements actually are, because some of what's been in the national media is maybe painting a worse picture than the reality. But also, most importantly, look at the value of what you're going to get for that investment. There is very, very strong evidence that graduates end up with better careers, with better levels of earnings right throughout their career than non-graduates do, quite apart from the quality of life that you will have both during the course and hopefully in the future as a result of the education you've had. So look at the value rather than just look at the cost would be the message. CUC is still ambitious to develop further in the next few years. The benefits of all the investment the Convergence European programme has made in CUC is just starting to bear fruit, and right around the county new buildings are going up, and more importantly new people are arriving to start developing those new areas of work in the environment, in design and digital media, creative arts, in some of our work around business enterprise and innovation. CUC's benefited from something like £200 million worth of European investment since the beginning, since 12 years ago. And one of the things that we've had as a result of that is a lot of recognition in Europe of having really paved the way and shown the way for how you go about developing higher education in a county like Cornwall, where you start from a very low base. In Cornwall we started from just 2,500 student places in the beginning. We've now grown to nearly 8,000, and that's phenomenal, a phenomenal rate of growth by any standards.